So, quick run through the teams today in this National League South fixture. Hampton Richmond Borough versus Ebbsfleet United. 3 changes for the Beavers. Dean Inman suspended. Ryan Gondo, unfortunately, dislocated shoulder the other day, so he's going to be out for a little while. And David Fisher drops to the bench following his start against Dorking. In come Deadfield, Wilson Carvalho, and new signing Villiet. This year will be returning to the terraces. Referee blows his whistle and we're off. Miller Rodney for the Beavers, good interception. Out to Wilson Carvalho. Nico Muir just tried to tap it off to Carvalho but didn't succeed. Donaldson. The ball goes out for a Hampton throw. As I say, Sam Cox, Dean, let's pick another player. I mean, obviously he's in his, I say unfamiliar position, but he seems to have played probably more games at right back for Hampton than he has in his more familiar central midfield role. He brings a lot to the team, right?
Yeah, he's good on and off the pitch, and like you say, he kind of made right back his own at the back end of last year. Done very well there, and started off this season the way he left last. So he's done very well for us down the right.
Yeah. Muir, good ball through to Villiet. Villiet, the goalkeeper just slipped slightly.
He's done well.
The goalkeeper, yeah, Jordan Holmes just lost his footing, and if he's doing that in the first few minutes of the game, it just goes to show as this game goes on and the pitch gets cut up even more, this is going to become more and more tricky for these players. So we've got Villiet, who's come in this sort of Gondo position, I suppose you can call it. Bags of experience. Looks like quite a nippy little player.
He does, and he's one of those players that Gary's looked at for a long time. He's known about and really appreciated.
That's really good play by Miller Rodney there. Farrell. Good ball through. Muir, well held up. What a good turn and a good save. Paxman, again, doing well for Ebbsfleet. Karaman. That's a good ball out. Ebbsfleet looking to mount an attack here. And the ball did knock up. That was that looked to me like it might have hit Luke. And there's injury.
He's currently at Wingate and Finchley, which for a player of his qualities, not. Perhaps it's a little bit under where we would expect to play.
Skills by Donaldson there with a really good ball out as well. Jake Gray had a pretty quiet game, quiet opening so far by Villiet. Good turn by Villiet. And a nice ball out. Oh, yeah, it's just slightly behind Carvalho there, frustratingly for Hampton. First choice back 4. I mean, Charlie Wassmer's been out for a long time, obviously since his injury against Hemel Hempstead. Led to believe he's not far off actually, which is good for.
Yeah, he trained Thursday for the first time fully. He done a bit on Tuesday and then trained fully Thursday. So hopefully it won't be long before.
Nico Muir for Hampton, and Nico Muir. It's a chance for Nico Muir and the ball, and it's a good save by Jordan Holmes.
Very good save. That bobbled up. It kind of hit the pressure in the final third.
And with that, the referee blows his whistle for the end of the first half. Hampton Richmond Borough 0, Ebbsfleet United 0.
The thing that comes out of the stats quite clearly is the fact that we didn't win a corner in that first half. Yeah. We didn't win a corner. Yeah, it's equal on shots. A couple of shots each on target, but it's that's what we've got to start working in the midfield. We've got to again start. The
pitch looking heavier by the minute, it has to be said. But in fairness to the players, semi-professionals, and they are dealing with it admirably. And good strength by Nico Muir at top Hampton, and he pulls the ball back and it's well picked up, and it's Nico Muir, Villiet with the shot, and it's well saved by Jordan Holmes, and that's a foul. Well, that's well won by Bobby Joe Taylor at the back for Ebbsfleet, and again well won there. Sam Cox, good tackle by Cox. Villiet does extremely well there, Villiet, and he's got and that's fantastic play, but he's just got that pass wrong, Villiet. I will get his name right in a minute, but Nico Muir, the ball breaks. Chance for Hampton, and the foul, and it's on the edge of the box. And in fairness to Karaman, I think he's gone for the ball. I mean, I'm going to
better in midfield.
Deadfield, nice ball in, but it's Very well defended by, I've said very well defended quite a lot this game. And again, it's a nice ball through, but the referee's assistant does flag for an offside. He'll be reinvesting everything back into the club. And there's a nice ball across, and it's
Rue Donaldson again.
It's Rue Donaldson again at the back.
I think I will be sitting here for a
few
more games to come, yeah?
Yeah, you're positioned under threat, I'm afraid to say. Carvalho. That's a nice ball, and it's gone to Vilhet. Vilhet, and he's dinked it across Vilhet, and what a finish by the Hampton debutant. What a goal from Hampton, and Mauro Vilhet, with a composed finish for Hampton. Slightly fortuitous ball through when it's sort of gone underneath the defender, but what a goal. 1-0 to Hampton. Bingham. Solly. Karaman. Back to Solly. Nice ball. Meki. Bobby Joe Taylor. Good pressing from Hampton, not letting Ebbsfleet. And that's a nice ball through. And Bingham with the ball, and he's taken that down well, Bingham. Waiting for support. There's not too many Ebbsfleet players in the box, but they are trying to fill it now. But 14 for Ebbsfleet. Iffy Allen, once again, looking quite dangerous on the wing, Iffy Allen, number 14. Paxman again. I've lost count how many times I've said Paxman's name throughout this game so far. He really has been the playmaker for Ebbsfleet. And
that's more like
there
it.
we go.
Number 10, Mike West.
Mike West is on for the visitors. And was it Ben Chapman, number 22?
Chapman. Yeah, Chapman coming off, and Mike West replacing him. That could make it interesting for the Beavers.
Well, Ebbsfleet have made all 3 substitutions now, so they've got 3 fresh pair of legs. And to pause there, Bingham through on goal for Ebbsfleet. Good turn of pace for Bingham, and Alan Julian with the save, and the ball has gone into the net. And that's a very, very good goal from Ebbsfleet. Despite Alan Julian's best efforts, unfortunately the ball goes over, and unfortunately, as I say, for Hampton, the ball is into the net, and it's a good goal for Ebbsfleet. Holmes with a good kick up. Well won. Jake Gray. Iffy Allen. Iffy Allen just getting the ball caught under his feet a little bit there. Meki. Nice ball out by Meki to the right winger for Ebbsfleet, but a bit of confusion there from Ebbsfleet, and the ball does break to Hampton midfielder, and it's Jake Gray with the ball for Hampton and Richmond Borough. Villiette, nice 1-2, but that's a bit too far for Jake Gray, and it's well dealt with by Taylor. But the bit of a missed kick from the Ebbsfleet goalkeeper, and the ball goes straight to Hampton, and Jake Gray with the ball, and that's a good ball through, but it's, nobody. Gary's going to want someone.
I couldn't find anything to argue with that one. I think Paxman's had the greatest influence on the game in a white shirt.
Oh, there's a ball through, and it's gone in the goal, and it's a fantastic. David Fisher with the goal. What a ball across from Nathan Minas, I think it was. And David Fisher at the back post has finished that with poise. I mean, what a fantastic goal for Hampton. This is probably going to be the last kick, and certainly the last passenger player this game. It's 2-1 to the hosts, as I say. And Hampton are going to be looking to deal with this. If we do, we've won the game, there's no doubt about it. And it's well defended. Now there's cries for the final whistle, but the referee has not blown. And immediately Paxman is on the attack for Ebbsfleet, as he has done so much. And he's not the ball back. And the final whistle goes. And it's a win for Hampton and Richmond Borough. What are your views on that game?
Tough game, really tough game. I think we played against opposition that showed their credentials. I think they played through the lines and stayed true to it, even on a difficult pitch, and that's credit to them. They broke our press a few times, and they got beyond us on a few occasions. But defensively, I thought we was outstanding.
Yeah.
I thought Kyron, Rue Donaldson, Luke Ruddock and Sam Cox were magnificent. And you have to be, it's I can't emphasise enough how big an ask it is to keep having these breaks in between. And we're not dealing with it on our own. We're not complaining. We're just stating the obvious. It's been 14 days since our last competitive game, and you're not going to be quite up to match sharpness and match speed. And you've really got to dig in, and you've got to show togetherness. You've got to show resilience. And if you look at the last two games, Dorking here and Ebbsfleet here, we've shown that. To get a disappointment, a bit of adversity, an equaliser, and then come back and win it, and maybe should have gone on and won it against Dorking as well a couple of weeks ago. So it speaks volumes for the group of players we've assembled.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, Gary. We were saying in the comms around how effective Paxman was in the first half for Ebbsfleet, and certainly from our standpoint, it was clear that if he needed dealing with, let's just say, was that part of your half-time talk? From our standpoint, it looked like you did that very well.
We knew Marrow was giving us plenty offensively and going the other way, but we don't want to nullify his qualities by doing too much going the other way. Jake Gray is a natural central midfielder. We know that. We put him over the right so that we could get Marrow in and around, and in transition on the half turn and at their back four, which we felt with how expensive they are in the way they play, that would work for us. But what it meant was it tended to see Sam and Terrell overloaded in there, because there was no real sitter in there, as much as the 24 wants to sit in there, and he's going to join and create triangles, and it made it tough for us. So moving Jake inside and Marrow back outside, I thought got us a better foothold in the game. We still wasn't perfect, but I felt we were better for it. And I did say to Marrow, with how offensive their fullbacks are in transition, if we can turn the ball over and get you in on the other side of them, make sure you go in there and finish, and he did that.
We'll have a chat with him in a minute.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it was a real team performance. I think that there's no really standout individual. I think it was a collective effort.
We were struggling ourselves actually, think for man of match, because there's quite a few on the list. We felt. We had over 1,000 people at one point watching in today.
Brilliant.
And I say to you every time, and Seb obviously does the interviews regularly as well, we've got half those still watching in now. I mean, what do you say to fans? I mean, clearly everybody wants all back in.
Well, I say to them that the football team, firstly, the ones that are out on the pitch and the management team are doing something right. Because if we're getting viewers along them sort of numbers, it tells you that we're doing something correct on the pitch. But also the streaming service and the commentators and the co-commentators, it's a collective effort, and that's obviously what's bringing people back. We're doing our best as a football club, and I think we're doing brilliantly to keep people engaged and involved in what we're doing with the stream and as I say, the service. But we're trying to do our bit on the pitch as well. We're in a fantastic place in the league. I don't think I've said it before, it's a true reflection, because there's so many teams playing catch up and such like. But we want them back, of course we do. Is that going to be this season? It's looking highly unlikely. So we've got to continue to keep doing our bit, as a football club like we are, and we're doing brilliantly. The comments we get from afar about our stream is credit to Dave and Seb and yourself and everyone here. Rob, everyone who's this side of the fence doing their bit for the media, doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, thanks, Gary. I appreciate your kind words.
I mean it.
Malrowville, we're going to have a quick interview with Malrow, but what are your views on his performance, who I thought was excellent?
Yeah, look, he's a player that we're familiar with. He's a player that I'm familiar with. He knows how I work. He knows what I require, but he falls into that, that ethic and that, blueprint that we demand. He works as hard off the ball as he does on it. You've seen that right in the 90th minute, chasing back and making a great last-ditch tackle from an offensive position. It's him. He's a good person as well as a good player, and I'm really pleased to have him in the building. He's definitely going to be an asset.
Good to hear. Gary, well played. Thank you ever so much, as always.
Thank
we'll
you.
grab in Malrow. Welcome to the Beveree, obviously, and congratulations on a brilliant performance today. I thought you were excellent. In fact, we all thought you were excellent today.
Thank you very much.
What were your sort of your views on the game, and more importantly, what was going through your mind when you were going through on goal there? Because you certainly took that goal with, it was extraordinary how you dealt with that. You're positioned under threat, I'm afraid to say. To be honest with you,
Appreciate
what was going through your head?
I knew the keeper plays quite high. He did throughout the whole game, so it was kind of, we had already said if we had a chance, even if it's from the middle of the pitch, if we can lob him, try it. But to be fair, we didn't really get a chance. But as I was going through, I could just see that he's going down early, so we were just just try to dink him and see if it goes in, and luckily
Great
went in.
finish. Great
Thank you.
finish. I mean, we saw a lot of your qualities today, but what would you say are your top 3 qualities in terms of you as a player? I mean, clearly you're a very effective offensively, and sort of you were playing off of Nico Muir a lot. I mean, is that I assume that's your best position, is it?
Yeah, my favourite position.
Your favourite position? Yeah, cool.
I like being in and around the box, try to create more chances for my teammates.
Yeah, that's good.
And hopefully I can add a few more goals to my game as well.
Yeah, well, I think every Hampton fan will be hoping you do that. And long may you stay with us for a long time, because I thought your performance today was excellent. I'm sure everybody watching this today will say the same. So,
thank you.
Well played, Mauro, and best luck with your time at the Beveree.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you, mate.
Appreciate that.